This is wild. I am shocked, really, because Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, he's just stated that the United States government are working to find a replacement, select a replacement for the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell in the coming weeks, no less. So very, very soon, which is insane. And you know what? It's been a long time coming. It really has been. Just think about it for a moment. You've heard Trump week on week on week insult and vent his frustrations with the Federal Reserve Chairman because the job market is doing very well and we are seeing little to no inflation. And Jerome Powell has been saying repeatedly that his reason for not cutting interest rates is because he's worried about what may happen in inflation with Trump's tariffs, that Trump's tariffs may cause inflation. Not that it will do, that it may do. So he's acting on the premise of what ifs, which is ridiculous. And with every other country and leading banking regulator cutting their interest rates, it makes you wonder what is really going on in this man's head. Now, this announcement, in my belief, is actually crazier than you think, because not just is going to do absolute wonders for the price of crypto and in particular price of XRP, you've got to understand that Trump wants Powell gone, right? Actively working to replace him, find a replacement, and he wants someone who's going to align with his agenda. And what Trump wants right now, more than anything, is for interest rates to be as low as 1%. That's an insane cut. We're currently at 4.5. That's a 3.5 percentile wipe, just like that, out of nothing. Which is insane, and it's bigger insane because right now, despite the lackluster action from the Federal Reserve, all financial markets are at their all-time highs. S&P 500 stock market, all-time highs. Real estate, all-time highs. Debt, all-time highs. Crypto, at all-time highs. We can see here, S&P 500, all-time highs. Bitcoin, nearing all-time highs. Real estate, debt, all nearing all-time highs. Which is absolutely nuts. The reason why we are seeing so much, good markets right now is because every other nation has been cutting rates. So there's less financial burden and strain on the global economy. This is visible through the indicator M2 money supply, which is an indicator of how much money is currently floating around in the global economy, or through the 5 major nations, being Japan, United States, China, United Kingdom, and the European Union. So that's what this indicator indicates here. And it suggests that we should be seeing a rally with Bitcoin in the coming days, and Bitcoin is projected to easily surpass $130,000, going up to $150,000, and it's rallying more and more and more. This cycle, by the way, within the next 3 months. That's insane, but just imagine, therefore, what this will mean if, and hopefully once we do get these rate cuts, especially if rate cuts get down as drastic as 1% from 4.5%, if Jerome Powell is replaced by the chairman, or replaced as the chairman for someone who's actually going to do his job, we, no doubt in my belief, in my own opinion, but no doubt in my mind, we will witness the biggest bull run of all times. Stocks, real estate, especially Bitcoin and altcoins will go absolutely parabolic. There has actually never been a time in history, by the way, where the Fed has cut rates to 1% with all of these markets nearing all-time highs. So if we get rate cuts going to 1%, then everything's going to be extremely cheap. The cutting of rates is one of the best altcoin catalysts as well, as it incentivizes more investments into the on-risk markets. Altcoins are more risky than Bitcoin, and crypto is the most risky market right now. So therefore, altcoins will do fantastic. XRP in particular, with its role in the banking system, the financial system, which is expanding day after day, XRP has the best use case and therefore the most potential to see the largest amount of liquidity flowing into this than any other altcoin. XRP will do wonders. Soon XRP will become too expensive for retail and you will be priced out. And this clip here from The Modern Investor breaks down exactly what I mean by that. Listen very closely to what I have to say here.
Years ago, XRP was 1 cent. When it went over $2, it doesn't really appear this way, but it kind of became out of reach for a lot of people. You wouldn't expect that for $2. It's because people were used to buying tens of thousands of XRP for very little money, very, very little money. As XRP goes higher in price to $5 to $10, people then go, well, if I put 100, I'm only getting 10 XRP. But then the problem is there, at some point XRP goes to 100, it goes to 450. Now, I know we're talking down the line, but this is the general mindset of it. At some point, the price is going to rise a lot higher, and then you'll look back at that $2 and go, I should have got it at $2 as opposed to 450. At some point, Bitcoin was also 1 cent, 50 cents, a dollar. I remember, and I'll tell you, when I like dove into crypto, late 2016 when I made the other channel, The Modern Investor, and when I made this channel, I remember Bitcoin being around 2, 3 something thousand, and I'll tell you honestly, I remember looking at the price and being like, $3,000. I can do a lot with that. I can take a trip here and I can do that, and that's groceries for this many months, and all these things would go through my head. When you look at 100,000 and then you look at 3,000, it's a no-brainer. You simply sit there and you go, well, like, yeah, of course, if I had a time machine, I'd do it. There are a lot of people beginning to like mention things like this. And I think when people hear it, read it, or go over it, it almost seems unbelievable to them that they could or actually would be priced out of the cryptocurrency market. And I think it's because we're here in the present. And it's only when you look back and you go, that's how cheap it was. I can't believe that.
We are about to witness an opportunity like no other. And if you don't want to miss out, then come and much more here in the VIP, wap.com/coin factory. From alpha institutional research documents, learning what smart money is saying to their clients, allowing us to get ahead of the retail market, educational courses, trade alerts, and so much more. Weekly live streams, so much more. Check it all out. 7-day free trial. Link down below in the description. And remember, as always, don't look short term, think long term. More is coming. And I'll see you in the next one.